Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Welcome to Game Time with Hubb, your all-access pass to the hottest stories in football, basketball, boxing, and wrestling. Whether it's game-winning touchdowns, buzzer beaters, knockout punches, or jaw-dropping suplexes, we've got it all covered. He's your host, Hubb.
What's up, everybody, man? It's Monday morning after WrestleMania. WrestleMania weekend comes to an end. Night 2's in the books. Just reactions of it, man. It's WrestleMania in its whole, was solid. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Some people might have different opinions, but we're going to talk a lot about that towards the end of this thing. But we're going to jump into the matches to give a quick recap and just thoughts. So we're going to start off with, the opener for WrestleMania Night 2 last night, which was the Women's World Championship match between Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and the champion Io Sky. I had thought that Io was going to win, and she did. I also thought that Naomi or Jay was going to interfere, but they didn't. So this match, the open up Mania, was a complete banger. Like, this probably was, to me, in my opinion, this was the best match of the entire show. Night 1 and night 2. I will put this one and then the main event from night 1 as 1 and 2. And then I got the Fatal 4-Way with for the Intercontinental title as is number 3 as my top 3 matches of the entire card. But this match here, like the women's title, this thing was fast paced. It was hard hitting. You really they really put on a show. Io Sky, perfect moonsault on Bianca Belair, got the W. Man, look, this was a great way to open up the show. And I'm sitting here and I was sitting in my seat. I actually got up out my seat because I was excited because I'm like, they were going at it. So you had everybody hitting their signature moves with each other, and it was just like, it was there. They was booing Bianca, which, look, I still don't get it. People want Bianca to be heel. I mean, maybe it's going to come, maybe not. But obviously, she won't be moving to Raw since she didn't win, so she'll stay on SmackDown with Naomi and Jade, and we'll see how that story evolves because obviously Naomi was posted on Instagram basically like, this ain't over. So it's going to be more layers to that story as well. We'll see where Ripley goes from here. We'll see what Io Sky goes at from here. She remains the champ coming into Raw tonight. So it's going to be very interesting tonight for Raw. The next match was the Sin City Street Fight between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. This was also good. I mean, they went at it. I mean, from the steel chairs, everything. Drew McIntyre ended the match by hitting a Priest with a Claymore through a chair. He had the chair wedged in, a Priest wedged the chair in the corner, and it came back to bite him, man. He set Priest up in that corner, man, and gave him the Claymore with that thing, man. So his foot hit his head, then Priest's head hit the chair, and he was just out cold. That right there was a good match. A big win for Drew. I had Damian Priest winning, but this was a well-deserved win for Drew. Let's see where he moves on from here. Probably into the title scene. He probably becomes the first title defense for Jey Uso. Who knows? We're going to see a lot of this unfold tonight as we move on past WrestleMania. And then after that, we moved on to the Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental title. This was absolutely great too. And of course, I picked Dirty Dom, and Dirty Dom delivered in the same fashion that I thought. He hit Finn Balor with the frog splash. So at the Balor stomped breaker, you see Dom come off the top rope there with that frog splash. He hit the frog splash and got the W. Braun Breaker speared Carlito by running off of the Spanish announcement table onto the American announcement table, and he speared Carlito right through the table. Amazing. Nonstop action. Pence in his first WrestleMania put on a phenomenal performance as well. Now let's see what this Judgment Day storyline unfolds now, because Dirty Dom got the belt now, so I mean he should be top dog in like the whole Judgment Day. So let's see what's going to happen between him and Finn. You know, I always feel like Finn's going to end up being kicked out of the group. So we're going to see how this whole thing like unfolds. Now, does Braun Breaker get a rematch for the Intercontinental title, or does Braun Breaker also move on to the heavyweight title scene? Now, me personally, I don't want to see it just yet of Braun Breaker being in the heavyweight title scene, because that means either him or Jay going to have to be heel if they happen to face each other. But, you know, in some instances, you know, face is a face. But, you know, I think like Braun's time is coming. He will be heavyweight champion soon. So be on the look out for that as well. But I want to see how this is going to unfold too. Is he going to get his rematch against Dom, or is there other things that's going to be coming into the mix? And then we had after that we had the Randy Orton prize challenge match. You know, his open challenge. It was none other than TNA World Champion Hendry. You know, the crowd popped, but it was over just like that. RKO, and it was over. Vintage Orton fashion. Even after the match, he got Joe Hendry up, celebrated a little bit, and hit him again with another RKO. Hey, this is Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania. He deserved to go out the way that he went out last night, and that right there was great. The next match was a very good sleeper match as well. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Let me just say this: Logan Paul pulled out the W. It was a good match between the two. Karrion Kross interfered, you know, wanting AJ to hit Logan Paul the brass knuckles. AJ wasn't falling for it, but Logan Paul hit him with the pulverizer, and he won. But we gotta give it up to Logan Paul, man. As much as like I find him very annoying, that dude is a phenomenal athlete. The things that he can do in the ring is great. I wasn't really feeling all the drones and all that, the different camera views, but it's the new age, the new era, you know what I mean, the new wave. So it is what it is. But that dude's a phenomenal athlete, man. I know Money in the Bank is coming up in June. I'm going to bet my dollar that he's going to be in that Money in the Bank match, and he mess around and win. I can honestly see it, because people, they love to hate him. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's like the perfect, like heel. I don't think he can ever be like face, but he's like the perfect heel, man. Like, but as far as like in-ring ability, dude has it. Like, dude is phenomenal. He's a great athlete, man. And AJ Styles, man, is a legend. You know what I mean? Like, I've been rocking with AJ Styles since TNA days, seen him over wrestle over in Japan, you know, the Ring of Honor, the Bullet Club stuff. Like, AJ Styles is my guy. When he first came to WWE, I knew it was long overdue. And like, my thing is, like, I wish he'd have got there sooner, because it's a lot of like dream matches that I would love to see. Like, if he would have came a little bit sooner, he could have got like AJ Styles versus like Shawn Michaels, stuff like that. Like when Shawn Michaels was still like on like his last end of his career. That right there would have been a phenomenal match for like WrestleMania or something like that. And I think that's one of the matches that AJ Styles wanted, and Shawn Michaels was like, bro, I'm old. Like, you know, but shout out to Logan Paul for getting the W. Moving on, we had the women's tag team titles. Lyra Valkyria's mystery tag team partner was none other than Becky Lynch. I called that as well yesterday. If you check my my recap of night one, I said that the Becky was there because she was celebrating Seth Rollins' win on night one in that triple threat match. So she became her tag team partner, and they took down Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, which I feel like she comes right back and just like win like the title. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now let's see what the women's title scene is going to look like now for the tag team titles. Well, no. So does Liv and Raquel get like a rematch, or are they setting up for something else? And now we move on to the main event. Now, I have a lot to say about this, because just reading a lot of the comments of people, they obviously didn't understand the match. Like, okay, let me just get into it real quick. So, of course, like John Cena, Cody Rhodes main event last night. The match itself was, you know, it was all right. Like, I mean, if you want to compare main events from night one and night two, the night one main event was better. But in this right here, this was typical like heel, like old school like heel feeling of a match, and it was. I had expected more, and I didn't get it, but I understand why I didn't get it, and I think that's the thing that a lot of fans are wrestling with today. And I understand it. Like I just knew for a fact The Rock was going to show up in some form or fashion to help Cody Rhodes. I mean, to help John Cena win, but he didn't. So, and we got Travis Scott to come out, and he assisted. You know what I mean? Like Cena to get the victory. People ain't like the finish. The finish was Cena hit Cody Rhodes in the head with the belt and got the pin. Some people say, well, that's typical like jobber, like he went out like a jobber. He didn't go out like a jobber. You see how many AAs he took? I think he took like 4 of them, and one of them was like a super AA off the top rope. So like he took a lot in the match to build up, and he also said that he was going to do whatever it took to keep John Cena from getting the title. So he actually did. You know what I mean? It just wasn't enough. Like he got hit in the head with the exposed turnbuckle twice. AA, super AA, another AA. He got hit in the head with the belt. Like Cody Rhodes went through a lot in this match. He got the low blow. He endured a lot in this match. So he did whatever he could to prevent John Cena from winning. It's just the fact that it wasn't enough. Now on the flip side for John Cena, it's like he came out with just like his music, no video package, just a black screen with white letters, John Cena, and he came out. And from that point, I was like, he's doing this because he's been telling us for weeks we didn't deserve it as fans. The fans didn't deserve it. Because if you go back through the weeks and you listen to every single promo that he cut, he's been telling you the whole time, like, I'm going to ruin wrestling for you. I'm going to give you what you deserve. And you deserve to have wrestling ruined for the way that you treated him. So, like, when he was explaining to you week after week about, like, especially the very first promo that he cut, when he ripped the little kid in the crowd, when he was telling the fans, like, yo, like, when I first came in, like, I did everything to try to please you, and it wasn't never enough. I changed my look, everything, and it was never enough. And then you got to a point where you were booing him, but he was face. Like, he was the biggest face, and you wanted him to lose. Like, people got tired of seeing John Cena. You call him 3 moves, seeing that he don't have any moves, he can't wrestle, all of that stuff. And last night, he pulled out some moves. Like, listen, like, you can't, like, say, like he can't wrestle, bro. But Cena was in his bag last night. But it was also like a typical heel fashion, the way that the match ended. You seen Travis Scott come down, and he assisted John Cena to get the win. Like, yeah, Scott ate a crossroads from Cody as like the payback from what happened at the Chamber. But like ultimately, like John Cena gets the W, and people are upset this morning because, like, yeah. I'm happy for John Cena. 17th world title win. Broke Ric Flair's record. I don't get the Ric Flair hate from some people too. Like Ric Flair was that guy. Like, like back then. But as far as like John Cena goes, this is well deserved. Maybe this is not the way people wanted to win. They were saying, we didn't get that many surprise run-ins or whatever. You didn't deserve it. Why would you get something that you don't deserve, and the man's been telling you for weeks you don't deserve it? Like, it got to start clicking in, y'all. Like, come on, dog. Like, so I'm sitting here, I'm like, people really in their back. Some people genuinely happy. Like, I'm happy because, like, I'm trying to say, like, Cody Rhodes has like a face to me. It's not working. Like, yeah, the music catchy, this, that, and the other. Yeah. Man, look, all that stuff is catchy. But it's like you show up every day. That's why I thought that he was going to join the Rock. But I also said, like, in another podcast, that I was like, it's going to be Cena. But I thought it was going to happen at Mania when it happened. But it happened at the Chamber. But if you look at Cody Rhodes' makeup, like coming out in the suits and everything, like He looks corporate made, ready to be in that seat to sell his soul to The Rock, and he didn't. But you know what I mean? Like maybe this might be the switch for Cody coming up soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because if Cody comes out here, they were booing him last night too. They were booing him like last week on Raw as well. Like the crowd started to change and they were going towards Cena. When Cena won, the crowd was excited. When Cena left the match, they were saying thank you, Cena, as he walked out. This is the last WrestleMania that we're going to have John Cena. But as far as like Cody Rhodes go, he said that he was going to do whatever it took to prevent John Cena from winning for not only himself, but for the fans. But everything he had in him to do, it wasn't enough. And that might be the thing that start triggering a potential heel change for him in the future, because it's going to get to a point where he's going to be like, I gave y'all everything. And maybe John was right. Like, so that's the way I see it. And I'm like, hey, and it's going to work. I'd rather see a heel Cody Rhodes. But as far as Cena goes, like, we know that he's only going to be there until the end of the year. And he's just going to go ahead and retire. This right here is his whole farewell tour. But him winning last night, people are very upset because, they didn't get what they wanted. You didn't deserve it, bottom line. Like, you wanted new music from Cena. He told you this. You wanted new music. You're not getting new music. You're not getting new ring attire. You're getting what you deserve, and that's what you deserve. If he comes out with no video package like he did last night, you deserve that. You deserve seeing a video screen just saying John Cena with a black back screen with white letters. John Cena. That's how you deserve. When he left the ring, put the belt on backwards and he walked out. That's what you deserve. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, dog. So, and that's the whole point. I'm like, the fans got what they deserve, but the fans don't understand it. And it's like, you people are sitting here mad and like, we didn't get this was the most boringest main event. Like, it did get tired out for a minute because I was sitting there and I was like, he's hitting Cody Rhodes with everything and the match is not over, still going on. So at a certain point, I was like, man, Cody Rhodes is going to win. And I didn't want him to win. I want to see Cena break the record. So I was like, Cody will end up winning. He kept kicking out of everything. But then I started thinking about him like, go back to the storyline. The same way that we should have been listening to the whole story with the whole triple threat match from night one, the main event. We got to think about the whole storyline. Cody Rhodes said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to prevent you from winning this title, which means that I'm going to do my best to kick out everything until he just couldn't anymore. So he gave everything he had to try to prevent John Cena from winning, but it just wasn't enough. And John Cena, on the other hand, been telling you every single week, you don't deserve this, the fans. So if you're expecting The Rock to show up, you didn't deserve to see The Rock show up. If you was expecting somebody else to jump in, like I was assuming that maybe Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman was going to be a part of this. No, because we didn't deserve that as well. You know what I mean? And then we had people thinking about, they saw Drew McIntyre in the Project Rock ad, so he's going to be helping out Cena. You didn't deserve to get Drew McIntyre to help John Cena. That's the whole point that we got to start thinking about here. We got to think about the story. We got to listen to like the whole story. They told us a story in our faces for weeks, and a lot of us didn't like grasp it enough to be like, you know what? That's crazy. So that the whole storytelling part of it made the match better than what it was, because we got everything that we deserved in that match. Because if John Cena was telling the fans that they didn't deserve this, that, and the other, because they was ungrateful, you know what I mean? Like basically like, yo, like he gave you everything. You still booed him, everything. I'm happy for John Cena. I'm glad that he got the pop that he got when he won. I'm glad the fans said thank you, Cena, as he left. Where does it move on from here? Backlash is in 3 weeks. We already know it's in St. Louis. We know Randy Orton is from St. Louis. It will be good to have Orton versus Cena for the undisputed title. Go through their rivalry one more time. One more time. Orton could be looking to get revenge for what happened to Cody. And also, their whole storyline, their whole history together. And that's what you can feed off of that. Orton should be the number one contender right off the back for that. Like, you know what I mean? Just put him in line. I mean, who else is there? I think, like, you know, the whole, like, Seth Rollins thing, like, you think about the, you know, like, Raw, like, Seth Rollins is going to be in the mix with CM Punk next. I think that's going to be the match for Backlash. So, this whole John Cena thing, amazing. People in the stadium last night was booing Cody Rhodes from the beginning of the match. It's just like, he broke the record, man. It was his this right here was his historic, man. Like, you know, he seized the moment, hit him with the low blow, and he cracked Cody in the head with the belt for the win. It's a dirty win. It's a heel win. You get heel John Cena. This is what you deserve now. You've been wanting him to be heel for so long, and now that he's heel, you don't like it. Like, you know, like what is it, man? Like, you know, like what is it, man? But overall, for night 2 was great. Night 1 was great. I'm not gonna say which nights was better than which. I look at WrestleMania as a whole. So as a whole, this WrestleMania 41 was a historic event. We had heel turn. We had some heel turns, especially in that night 1 triple threat match, main event with Paul Heyman. He turning on CM Punk and he turned on Roman Reigns. So that's a lot to talk about in that storyline too, going forward. Maybe it looks like Roman's gonna be taking another break, and he might be coming back towards like the summertime. I mean, SummerSlam time. Cause that's the way I figured. Cause that's like the biggest event of the summer. That's like WrestleMania in the summer for us. I feel like Backlash is gonna be Seth Rollins against CM Punk. We'll see how that plays out if it happens. And I feel like SummerSlam is going to be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Now, this whole John Cena thing on the other side, when does he drop the belt? Because we know that he's done at the end of the year. So, I don't know. Does he drop the belt at some SummerSlam? Who knows? Who's going to be his opponent? Would it be Cody Rhodes in the rematch? Who knows? But, and how will The Rock play into all of this? And is there more pieces to like the puzzle here? So that right there is a lot to figure out and a lot to think about. Like, but as of right now, as far as the John Cena storyline, we're getting what we deserve. So we wanted The Rock, we ain't get The Rock. And I just knew The Rock was gonna show up, man. I just was like, you know what, man? Like, I just knew it. I was waiting on it, and I was waiting for the like the theme song to hit, him to come out. It never happened. Because once the ref got knocked out, I was like, oh, here we go. Nah, we got Fiend. we got Travis Scott. Like, oh. Like, oh, here we go. Like, this is crazy. So, night 2's in the books, man. WrestleMania's in the books as a whole, man. I know people still in Vegas. WWE World is still popping. Great times, man. This was a great weekend. So, it's been a great week for professional wrestling. With all of the shows that went on, like NXT Stand and Deliver was a banger on Saturday afternoon. That led into night 1 of WrestleMania, which was another banger. Night 2 of WrestleMania last night was a banger. Like, I'm exhausted. Still got Raw tonight, NXT tomorrow. SmackDown on Friday is gonna be lit. It looks like Aleister Black is gonna debut on Friday. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on in world professional wrestling. And, you know, on that note, this is how we're going to end it off today, y'all. Like, phenomenal weekend, man. If you in the comments, let me know your thoughts, how you feel about WrestleMania. I know a lot of y'all are mad, especially after last night, but It's what we deserve. I'm just going to just say this. Go back and listen to all the promos leading up to WrestleMania, and you get all the clues. Even if you listen to the promos from like the main event of night one, you listen to Seth Rollins on Friday Night SmackDown this past week, where he said it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Like basically telling you like this is what's going to happen. If you listen to Seth Rollins the whole time in that whole build-up as he was talking to Roman, he was telling Roman everything. And Roman, you know, like he's on a different time, bro. He wasn't thinking about everything. Now we got this Roman Reigns over here without his Alfred, Batman without Alfred over here because the Joker took him away. We're going to see how his story evolves now. And we're going to see how the story over here evolves with John Cena as being the last real champion. That's a dope shirt, too. I might have to go grab that. So, but congratulations to John Cena on becoming the 17-time world champion. I've been playing the album today. You can't see me. I've been playing that joint, playing the Batman joint. That right there really fits in. That should have been his theme music. But hey, we don't deserve it, so it ain't happened. So we're gonna leave off on that, man. So until next time, man. Listen, NFL draft is this Thursday. We're gonna chop it up about that in a couple days. Keep it locked. If you on YouTube, man, subscribe to the page. Let's help me grow. Game Time with Hubb. On Instagram is Hubb Legacy. On TikTok, it's the same handle. Facebook is Game Time with Hubb. Make sure you like, subscribe. Follow me on all platforms, man. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. Until next time, y'all be safe out there and enjoy Raw tonight. And if you got time, go back and rewatch WrestleMania, man. So until then, man, we out of here. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Game Time with Hubb. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss Game Time action. See you next time.